Good day or good evening, whatever it is at the time that you are watching this video. This is a timeless message. Thank you for being here in this moment with me. As I was tapping into the energies, I kept hearing, what is spiritual badass you are. Like, spirit is just like, this person is a gangster when it comes to spirituality. Spiritual badass. But I'm also hearing that even though you are this spiritual gangster, you were recently triggered by something or someone. And it was something that they had said to you. We got that high priestess out here. All about intuition, sacred knowledge. And the Three of Cups. Anyways, as I was trying to say before these cards already started falling out, that you were triggered by something that someone had said. That's what I'm getting. You were chilling, you were like doing your thing, and then all of a sudden someone just said something and it triggered something in you. But instead of lashing out and basically shoving it back in their face, you took a step back immediately and you were like, wow, that triggered me. How am I going to respond to this? That must be why the High Priestess came out, as I was talking about it, because that's all about using your intuition, trusting yourself and your high morals. You got high morals, man. And not only that, I'm hearing that you had gone home afterwards and you went within. You went into like hermit mode about it. You're like, man, you were kind of bothered that it actually triggered you. You were more bothered that it triggered you and that you wanted to react in a negative way. But you didn't. You decided to go home and do some inner work and figure out what the hell? Why did I want to lash back out at this person? I got the Sun card out here. Positivity, right? You kept in with your positivity, even though, that's my dog drinking her water, sorry. But even though you wanted to really react to whatever was said to you, you decided to stay positive. You know, you didn't let it steal your happiness. You just took note that it triggered you, and you decided in that moment that you were not going to let this thing that this person said upset you and steal your sunshine. You know what I mean? And Spirit's celebrating this fact with you. You're like, you went home and cheersed your guides, dude. You were like, alright, we need to cheers that I did not rip this person's head off when they said this to me. First and foremost. Second most, time to do some inner work, see why this triggered me. Oh wow, I'm starting to hear some things. Some things that you really wanted. You had things lined up for what you wanted to tell this person when this person said whatever they did to you. Like, there's a whole list of things. Not so nice things, you know? And you are so proud of yourself because you stopped yourself in that moment and you're like, wait a minute. Maybe you just recently heard something too about projections and how, like, people project their misfortunes upon other people, or their shortcomings, not misfortunes, but their shortcomings onto other people to make themselves feel better, right? And this, you hearing this recently helped you in that moment to take a step back and be like, you know what? I'm not going to allow this person to trigger me because it's just a projection of their own crap. It has nothing to do with me. Yeah, see? The Death card. There's a death to that. There's an ending to, like, you. I'm hearing that you in the past would definitely as soon as you're triggered, man, it was like boom, 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 boom. You had ammo for him. You know what I mean? And that's what's coming to an end here is your hair trigger. And Spirit is saying, you know, with all this, that you have reached a whole nother level because of this. You have reached a whole nother level. And you know it. But you also went within and wanted to figure out why this triggered you so bad too. Now I have the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So maybe this is something that happened at your place of work, you know? Yeah, the Four of Coins here, Pentacles. It's also about like saving money. It's about kind of like a fear of scarcity a little bit. And with the Five of Pentacles reverse coming out, it's a recovery from scarcity, basically, is what it is. You know, the Five of Pentacles upright is all about lack of money or worry of lack of money. But since it's reversed here, that instability, even within your own spirit, when it comes to this scenario where someone had triggered you, that like you had before, you had a lack mentality in something that this person said to you, and it triggered you for a second because you forgot just for a second that you are no longer in the mode of survival. You're not in survival mode anymore. You don't need to push back. You don't need to battle anymore. But you forgot that just for a second, you know? But you soon enough reminded yourself that you're thriving now. You're thriving, and that this argument that this person's trying to start with you is not even worth your time, dude. I just keep hearing gangster, gangster, gangster. It was spiritually gangster of you to do. Let's see if there's anything else that wants to come out about this. Spirit is super excited. Like, I feel excited for you. They're very pumped up about it. Your guides, your spirit guides, everybody. Your people. Your spirit team is super stoked right now. Very happy with you. I mean, shoot, you got the sun out here. They are ecstatic. And they don't want you to beat yourself up over it. You know, you might be thinking to yourself, man, why did I allow that to trigger me? Why did I even allow that? It caught you off guard a little bit. It caught you off guard that it triggered you. But you immediately turned around, you know, you did what you needed to do in the moment, and then you came home and you did some inner work about it too. You were like, you know what? I need to scrutinize this for a minute. I need to sit down and have a chat with myself and really see and understand why. Now I'm hearing the reason why is because of the past scarcity that you had. It was very triggering for you. And then you like forgot that you're not in that anymore. Yeah, see? The Hierophant. You're done conforming to the social hierarchies, you know? You're done with that. You just forgot for a minute. We all forget. Sometimes when you're so high in the spirit that you tend to forget that you're human sometimes. And so maybe this situation caused you to maybe come back to Earth. You know? Come back to Earth for a minute. He tried to steal your sunshine. You didn't let him. That's fantastic. Yeah, you're done with those social norms. That social approval, you know what I mean? You got Tower in reverse. You flip that tower right upside down and you're walking away from it. You're moving on. Put that right over here. You're moving on from that. It's a transitioning period of your spirituality. It's something that needed to happen in order for you to get where you're at. See? Yeah, the Page of Cups now. It's all about inspiration. It's all about, you know, happiness, a happy surprise, sensitivity. Even on here it says intuitive messages. Use your intuition. I'm also hearing, because of this whole scenario, there's going to be some new opportunities coming your way because of this. Somebody witnessed this happen. Somebody else witnessed this scenario happen, and you don't even know about it. You don't know that you were observed by somebody around you, somebody else. Maybe, probably someone that's a higher up than you, if it happened at work. You know, you were disrespected by somebody, and you handled it with grace. As much as you were biting at the bit, man, I'm hearing you had to almost literally bite your own tongue. It took a lot of self-control, but that was observed by somebody, and this is going to bring in some new opportunities for you because of your balance with your emotions with the person that triggered you. Let's go ahead and close this one out with some mind info oracles. See if there's anything else about this situation. Now I'm hearing a little bit more about the situation that happened. And you had said something. You did say something back to them. But it was not anything like combative. It was actually something that was very much like a hierophant would say, or a high priestess here in this situation. It was something genius. Like, your guides are so proud of you. Like, I can hear them laughing, and like, they were like, no, you don't understand how cool it was. Like, I kind of wish I heard what you had said to them, because I'm super curious now. But you had said something, and it actually made the other person kind of stop and just like blankly stare for a second, because they could not believe that they were, yeah, see, resolution. They could not believe that you had said what you said in that moment, because it completely caught them off guard. It completely caught them off guard. In the best way possible. You might have been a catalyst for this person to go home and do their own little shadow work session. You know what I mean? But as I was saying, that resolution came out. Whatever it is you've been struggling with is about to be resolved. See? Boom. Remember that resolution doesn't always happen in the way that we hope to or want. But being able to move forward and start fresh always brings relief. That's amazing. See? Maybe you were having issues with this person for a while. And the way you handled the situation is causing it to come to a resolution. We've got give. One of the best feelings we can experience is giving to others. When we do so, we feel lifted up and our lives improve greatly because of someone else's happiness. Think of one way you can give to another. Well, you gave that person something for sure. You used to go, dark, I'm hearing. You used to like just wait for someone to jump on in a negative way, but you decided to flip it and reverse it and jump on them in a positive way today or whenever this happened. And then we have jump in. You're being asked to take a chance and give whatever you're questioning a try. Yeah, see, that's what you did. That's exactly what you did, was it right in the moment too. Like, you had to be quick about it. And that's what makes you gangster here, is the fact that you were immediately able to realize that you were being triggered and that it was a projection and it wasn't something that you should really get into a fight about. You know? And that's what you were questioning. You had to boom, boom, boom with the questions. You had to really question yourself when this person was saying whatever they were saying to you. It says the stars will never align in just the right way. Sometimes you have to take a leap anyways. This is that time. That's exactly what you did. That is exactly what you did. Is there anything else, Spirit, before we close this one out? Bravery. You were brave for doing this. You were very brave. It's more brave sometimes to catch yourself in the moment the way you did and not lash back out at the person, because the person's suffering, right? The person's suffering, that's why they lashed out to begin with. So it takes more bravery to do what you did in this situation than it would have if you just lashed back at them. And this one says, you're being asked to make a tough decision. Yeah, that was a tough decision, wasn't it? Maybe you, oh, it says you've been putting off because of fear, which is understandable. Maybe, yeah, this person has been bugging you. They've been bugging you. They're just rude, I heard. They're just rude and self-centered, and they think the world revolves around them. That's what I heard. But yeah, that's their own shit, right? And you have come to realize this. And this is confirmation for you too. It goes on to say, but you do have the strength and bravery to make this decision. And when you feel so much, and you will feel so much lighter when you do. That's awesome. Well, that's good news, right? That is great news. And thank you for sharing your energy with me. I love that. It's very inspiring. Thank you for inspiring me. In this evening, that's when I'm making this video. So, I think that's going to be it for now. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for all of your continued high vibrational comments and the love and the support. I truly appreciate it. And I love each and every one of you watching this video. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one very soon. Okay, bye.